Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the...
What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. So y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. If y'all looking at my content for the first time and you're the one that want to get better in chess, whether it's opening, middle game, or end game, or maybe you're on my channel because you want to be entertained with the live bullet and blitz games that I play online, or maybe you want to find out not only how to be successful on the chessboard, but also successful in life. If this is you, make sure you hit that notification bell on, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you have any questions and any content that you want me to share, make sure you drop that comment below and I will give you the content that you requested. Without further ado, let's actually get right to this video. Alright guys, peace! Hey, what's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Guys, if you are watching this video or this content for the first time, make sure you turn your notification bell on. And also, guys, if y'all have any questions about chess or whatever the case may be, make sure you drop a comment below. And also, guys, make sure you don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Alright, guys, without further ado, we're actually going to get right into this beautiful game that B3 actually played. He played against Chess Genius. He played the Elshad System, and man, he played it very beautifully. So shout out to B3, man, for even sharing me with this this game to me. You know, so shout out to you, B3, man. Like, all right, so we're gonna get started with this. Alright, so Chess Genius played D4, D6, E4, C6. And usually guys, like when we do setups like this, usually if they play D4, we'll play C6, E4, and then maybe Queen A5 or whatever, you know. So D4, C6, E4, and then Queen E5. So I showed y'all in a couple of games where, you know, that happened as well. But in this case, we like to switch stuff up, keep them thinking, you know, and that's pretty much what we do. But Bishop C, the pawn on C6, and then Bishop C4, which is an early Bishop C4 because usually we'll see Knight F3 first and then Bishop C4. But in this case, Bishop C4 comes out automatically. We're not scared of that. B3 goes Knight B to D7. Alright, then Knight F3. And then H6, which is a great move. The reason why this is a great move is because number one, it stops Knight G5. You know, and also, of course, we're not just using H6 just to stop G5, but we also want to go G5 for the pawn storm. This is what Elshad is, man. This is why Elshad is the truth, you know? So, alright, so white castles and everything. Alright, cool. So Bishop G7, great move. Bishop G7. You know, we're developing, we're controlling the dark squares. And this is something that y'all gotta really understand. The whole point, and for all y'all, if y'all watch my whole video of Elshad, you know, it's in my playlist. But the whole point of Elshad System is Dwight tries to, you know, overstep his boundaries, meaning that if he tries to control the center like too much or whatever, he'll start leaving weaknesses behind. So for instance, like if he goes D5, then we can go C5. And for all y'all, I already told y'all about that Elshad System book. One for white, one for black. You know, definitely for black. You know, it actually talks about when one goes D5, we start to control the dark squares now. Because now we got a dark square bishop here. The pawn on C5 is guarding the D4. And then eventually we'll start getting to Knight F8, G6, and E5. You know, or maybe Knight F6, G4, then E5. So, I mean, it's a lot of options on we can do to control these dark squares. And usually, once black get a hold of all the dark squares, then that's when white's position becomes very weak. It's like he's like paralyzed. It ain't nothing he could do. You know, that's the best way I could describe it. But in this situation, you know, D5 is not what happened. So Bishop B3, his opponent plays Bishop B3. B3 goes Knight F8. Beautiful move because we're getting ready to go Knight G6. Sometimes we could go Knight E6 depending on the situation or depending on the position. So Knight F8, Queen E2. and again, if he instead of Queen E2, even if he decides to go D5, that C5 still is in effect. And to be honest with you guys, even if he did go here, another thing about controlling these dark squares is we also got Queen B6 hitting that B2 pawn. Now that Bishop is on E3, so now there's a lot of. I'm telling y'all, man, there's so much things that Black can do in this position. Um, but yeah, but I'm just letting y'all know, like y'all also got to look at stuff like that as well. You know, look for weaknesses. You know, you're like a lion, a tiger. You know, what I mean, predators, man. Like you look for targets. You know, that's where your focus is at. This is what Elshad do, man. So, all right, so Queen E2, Knight G6. You know, beautiful move, beautiful position, or beautiful pose, as I should say. Um, Okay, so his opponent plays H3. I tell you this all the time. Like anytime they play H3 and United is on G6, we're gonna automatically go G4. Simple as that, right? Um Now I did look at in my email, B Me did talk about he thought that he was gonna play E5. But E5, and I'm pretty sure he knows that E5 is not nothing to be scared of. The reason being is because after G4, because you're hitting the knight. Remind you, the knight can't go H4 because the knight is on G6. Knight E1 wouldn't really be a good move because it just is. I mean, he gets some squares, but then where you're going after that is really nothing. So the best bet would be Knight D2. So if he goes Knight D2, then we pretty much win a piece. We win a pawn. The thing about this, after take and knight catches e5, we're hitting the light square bishop on b3. We're guarding this pawn on g4, but also the bishop is also defending that piece. The thing about this position, what I really like about it, because now we can get a chance to threat knight f6 and rook g8, and then eventually we can go knight f3 and sacrifice and control that g file, which is what we want in anyway. You know. That's what we really want. So always look at that. Look for that, guys. On knight f6, rook g8, and then the knight f3, which is ultimately what we want. Cause that's I'm telling you, man, that is fire. That is a great attack. Bishop b3, knight f6, rook a d1, queen c7. I'm sorry, guys. Knight f6, rook a d1, queen c7, a3, rook g8. Um, Obviously, the best move would be like a King H1, but I'm just showing y'all like some of the best moves. But if for some reason White goes G3, you do have H5 and then H4 moves, and this is pretty much going to be a rat, like a rat. For real, guys, this is just like crazy, man. But anyway, his opponent goes H3 trying to stop G4, but not really realizing it's like almost like a deja vu. We're still coming at you. G4, H catcher G4, Bishop catcher G4, and now we got Knight H4 threats where we're going to open up the G file. There is something that my opponent, or I said my opponent, I'm not playing this guy. Freaking MB, man, MB did some stuff, man. After Bishop catches G4, his opponent played D5, and I'm gonna tell you something. Be me, I applaud you for this right, accurate judgment of what you did. The right judgment. It was the right strategy. This was like literally correct, and I'm glad I could actually share this game with all of you because remind you, this knight is already on G6. This bishop is already on G4. And you're probably thinking in your mind, like, dang, I don't want to give up my dark square bishop. But you really got to understand this position. But B Me actually he takes the knight. And the reason why he takes the knight is not just because he's going to get double pawns, not because his opponent's going to have double pawns. He did this because number one, after knight f6, which is what he did, he's trying to get the rook g8 online because trying to get it out faster as possible because the fact that um the king is literally like is in danger right now. The king is literally in danger, and White's position is literally going to fall very very quickly. And then the fact that you can't really do no e5 move because you got knight e5 moves as well, which will also lock down on White's queen side. Like it's literally like I just really feel like White is just done for after that. Um, but that bishop catches c3 was the correct move, very correct. Bishop d2, which is what he played, and the whole point of him playing Bishop d2 because I'm pretty sure he just want to go Queen e3 so he can get out the pin, and that's pretty much what I believe that was. Um, okay, so all right, this is another thing I wanted to look at. All right, so in his note, B Me said that he thought about White playing Bishop D4, but Bishop D4, and he pretty much said it himself that Bishop D4 is not that aggressive, in which I agree. It's really not, because after Knight H4, Bishop captures F6, E captures F6. This Knight is still pinned. White is not really doing anything. Bishop catches F3, he takes Rook G8 check. Um, King H1, Queen D7. Matter of fact, let's look at something real quick. Let's say the king goes ace two. If the king goes ace two, we got rook g2 on check. And if he goes on king h3, we have queen d7. If he takes rook h2 check, king g3, queen h3 check, king f4, queen h4 check, f5, queen h5, king f4, and then queen g5 will be checkmate. And as if White is doing all the wrong moves. But if it comes down to maybe King H1, Queen D7, F4, Knight G2, because he's hitting the Queen, and then if he goes Queen F3, you got Knight catches F4. If the Queen decides to take this Knight, then you do have Queen H3 check. If he tries to block with Queen H2, this pretty much lose the game on really in fact right now, which is Queen F3 check. And the only thing he could do is block with his queen, and we got a rook on a G file, and we'll just checkmate him on G2. Alright, so these are I'm telling y'all, man, these are things you need to look at, man. You know what I mean? So this is on I'm telling y'all, man. I love. I'm telling you, man. I love playing this opening, man. And I'm pretty sure B Me was like ecstatic about this, man. And B, I don't know if you saw these variations at all, but yeah, man. That was something that you can look at. I saw that you stopped at King H1, but after Queen D7, Knight D7. It's some things you could do here. Queen F3, Knight catches F4, and most likely they'll take. But even if they don't take, um, let's say even if they don't take, let's say Rook G1. Uh, I'm trying to think. If I was playing this though, I probably would go Rook G5. I probably would go Rook G5, and the reason being is because even if he goes Knight after that, I still have the same move. If he comes here, I still have Queen F3 check. And then if he tries to block with a rook, now I can gain access to his queen with that. So yeah, and the thing is it's not like he can really get me. So like even if you oh I forgot, he can't even the rook is pinned. So the rook is pinned and the queen is pinned. I know the queen is pinned. Um but yeah, so and this is pretty much all over after that. It really ain't nothing White could do. He gonna lose his queen. Oh, he literally gonna lose his queen. Um, but yeah, so it's a lot of tricks with this. So that's why I recommend Rook G5. I like Rook G5. I'm pretty sure you will agree with me. But yeah, so let's go. So Bishop D2, because I'm pretty sure you want to go Queen E3. Um, Rook G8. Rook G8 is what he played. The crazy part about this, I literally can't figure out what other move that this guy could have did. Even after Queen E3, It's still a little bit difficult because even after this, and if he takes, you still got knight h4, which is still vicious, like really vicious, man. Like it's yeah, man. It's just crazy though. Yeah, because even after rook captures g2 check, king h1, and then queen d7, then what do you do after that? It's nothing you could do. Uh, I don't think it's really nothing you could really do. I mean, you could go queen e3, which is what I say. I say you could go queen h3, but then I think even after knight g4, uh, knight even after knight g4 is still crazy because even after that, you still got knight f6, check. You gotta take with that, and rook captures. Yeah, man. I just like this for black overall, as y'all can see. All right, so rook g8. Okay, so he got greedy. His opponent got greedy and took bishop catches h6. Knight e5, definitely the best way to go because you're grabbing the center. You know, it's just always, and this is a principle, guys. I want to say this: if you have the opportunity to pin your opponent in the center, by all means do it. Yes, it depends on the position, but in this position, look at this position. Black is controlling the center. You know, he could have did knight h4. He could have did it, but it's always better to grab hold of the center and um, pin them that way. You know, and then especially when you got other attacks to go, like you're controlling kind of like the whole board pretty much. Like you're like the center of attraction. You know what I mean? So I always recommend that. Um, so King H1, which is where he goes. Bishop catches F3. G catches F3. Queen D7. Awesome move. The reason why Queen D7, because he's threatening Queen H3 checkmate. King H2. Rook G6. My bad, guys, with this. Rook G6. And okay, he goes Rook G6. Bishop F4. Oh yeah, and after castle queenside, White resigns in this position because there's nothing he could do to stop that Rook H8 checkmate. Even let's see what the engines say. See, the engines even say the engine even say that, and then we just go here. Yeah, knight catches F3 check. Yeah, it's nothing that it's not that he could really do. Yeah, this would be checkmate. Yes, guys, man. Shout out to Be Me, man. Definitely shout out to him, man. I will copy this game and put it in the description box, man. Definitely, man. Check out the game. Do some more studying or analysis with this game. Definitely, guys. If you really like this video, definitely like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.